boot camps. This is not a boot camp. Premarital counseling is not a boot camp.
Hold on.
What?
It kind of is, but it's not. Okay, I say like this. There's different types of boot camps.
Okay, well.
So like, for instance, so like if you're gonna say like a boot camp for something, I'm going like this IT-wise boot camp, right?
Okay.
And then you're talking about like a physical boot camp, like if you go work out, those boot camps are not easy.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like those are, so you go into it, and the expectation for those workout boot camps is not something that's like you come here once and then you're gonna be good. No, the point is to get you physically back fit and in shape.
Okay.
So
I can tell I don't go to those boot camps.
So that's why I'm saying it's a little. It is, but it isn't, because it depends on how you think of what a boot camp is.
That's fair.
So because again, we're giving you the tools so you can be successful in your marriage, but the point is that you have to work it. You have to. You got to continue doing it. It's not just something that you go once. But the boot camps, it's 3-4 times a week. You're going. We're not doing 3-4 times a week.
No, we're not.
But what I'm saying is, you're going back continuously to do this, and that's the whole point with us. Like we want you guys to keep coming back to actually work through this.
This is the B-side, 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 the marriage. This is the B-side, 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 the marriage.
Hi, and welcome to another episode and another season of the B-Side of Marriage podcast.
Season 4, y'all.
I am your host, Rashonda, and this is my husband and co-host.
Jason.
You just had to get that 4 out there,
y'all.
Oh,
yeah.
And here at the B-Side, we talk about everything related to marriage. The good, the bad, the real, the A, and the B-Side. So if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Glad you found us. Come and pull up a chair. And if you've been around, thank you for coming back.
Appreciate
back,
it.
Y'all.
Appreciate it.
So if you're watching us on YouTube, please be sure to ring that bell, comment, all the things that you're supposed to do over there in the YouTube world. And then if you're listening on all the audio platforms, please be sure to do the same. Because I don't know, it's follow, this week is follow, and it's comment, and it's like, review. I don't know what it's supposed to do, so just do all those things, okay?
As well, follow us on Facebook at the B-Side of Marriage and on Instagram at BSide of Marriage.
Okay, so yeah, like my husband was so anxiously excited to say, this is season 4, y'all, of the B-Side of Marriage podcast.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We are back.
Yeah.
And so we like to start every show with our first segment, which is where we share our A or B-side moment of the week. So it's basically like a highlight reel and then like reality of our previous week. So because I introduced the segment, my husband goes first.
Yeah, so mine is, I'm gonna say this. I'm proud of myself, and I'm gonna say it like that.
Okay, Niecy Nash. He's like, thank me.
So we had, prior to the new year, we had a little discussion because, I've been coaching my son since about 6-7 years old in pretty much all the sports.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm being a dad when I'm going to the game, but at the same time, I am coaching from the sideline. So I've literally loudly, because and it's not like let's just stop there. But again, I've been doing good the past 2 games, and literally I have not said anything. Like, I am talking into the camera, which is very mute. Like, nobody can hear me if you're sitting around me, because I'm talking directly to the camera, but I'm not screaming out loud. So that's the.
And mind you, our son asked for this. He didn't ask for the silence, but he asked us to not coach him from the sideline. Yeah. He just wants us to be parents. Yeah,
so that's what I did. And again, it looks good. It looks a lot better for not just my son, but for the other kids, because I have a lot of kids that actually made the team. So, it's just I've been coaching from the sideline, so it's a little different. But so then my B-side, honestly, is just being like the new year with getting back to work, kids getting back to school. It's been in transition. And just the kids, they still think they're in the winter break. But again, I'm not that's just how I feel, and that's my B-side. I understand there's other factors that play into it with the weather, but that's my B-side. So what about you?
So A-side is 2024 came in here strong and wrong. And so, but I've been able to, there's been pockets of just true kind of like connection. There we go. And so I've been able to spend some extra time with the kids because of an extreme weather event we had here in Texas. And then also too, I got some good news, health-wise.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So yeah, so like I said, 2024 came in here strong and wrong, but she's been behaving a little bit since then. So yeah, so that's my A side. My B side, y'all. Okay, so we've been talking about this, and I take down my Christmas decorations, and I'm sad. So I just want to keep my tree. Just makes me feel nice, fuzzy inside. And my husband, I will say though, he has been a real trooper, and he's let me keep it up this long. Because usually the new year here, that tree, all the Christmas is gone. We on to a whole new year, so that tree got to be put away.
Yeah.
But he's allowed me to have it up. But I think it's gonna have to be taken down now. So that's my B-side. Now I gotta put all this stuff up. I don't want to. I don't. So.
Oh man. So all right. So our last segment, right? Our next segment. Yeah, it's our last one.
No, our next.
Our next segment, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Next segment is a P2P share, where we share something we're reading, listening to, or watching.
Whew, where do I start? I will say, during this break, we've been able to watch a couple of shows together. Although one I wasn't really willing to do. And then I think, well, actually, I'd say both of the recent ones, the competition ones. We kind of fell into them. But and I've been reading a lot. So I don't know, should I go serious?
It's whatever you want.
Ooh, y'all. Okay, so let's not go serious yet. Because like I said, I've been reading a lot. But so some of the shows that we've been watching together we watched the Squid Games, which I know we were late with that one. Yeah. I was late with that one.
So it's not the Squid Game.
I'm seeing the challenge show. It's not
the Squid Game challenge show.
Yes. Yes, that was infuriating, but got through it. And now we're watching something just as infuriating. It's called The Trust, and don't talk about it because we're behind. And yeah, it's just it's like annoying, but I watch because like I watch for the way people interact with each other. Yeah, it's just very interesting how these people can meet these strangers and within hours. Oh, I know you. I know you're a good person. The way they were talking, I know you're a good person. I can trust you. I'm like, you don't know me.
Off the first conversation, I can see you good. Like, it was right off. They didn't even say just, I know you good people. Like,
you don't know me. And it's a game.
And then they talking behind your back on camera. But
yeah.
It's like,
So yeah, I just find it all interesting. So if you want to be, I don't know, like, I mean, if you want to watch it. It's interesting because people are weird. They're weird. I just don't understand. How do you meet somebody and be like, oh, I know you. You are a great person. Yeah. I can trust. I don't get it. But anyways, check it out. It's interesting.
So, honestly, I was gonna use the latest one. I figured you was gonna do Squid Game, but you. Oh. So yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I thought you was gonna kind of take one. I took the other.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
Talk about both.
Yeah, she talked about both, but yeah, it's because honestly, we over the break we actually got through some shows that we was watching together. It took us quite a while to get through a few of them.
What? You talking about the other one?
Yeah, the
King
one.
of the Business?
Yeah,
It's a great show.
It's a great show, but it took us a while.
That season.
It took us a while to get through it.
Because it would put me to sleep.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like the earlier episodes, I'm like, why are we still dealing with this?
Yeah.
Like, let's move it along.
Yeah. So.
And then the end was good.
But again, it was just, these, for us, it was just something like, the kids was gone. It was just me and her. So we've been spending a lot of time since our anniversary last year. So we kind of spent a lot of time together, and it was just us relaxing, just watching something. I kind of was like, let's see what this is. And you're like, nah, watch the first episode. I was like, let's watch the next one. And we just kept watching it too.
Yeah. And it helped because we were behind. So we were able to kind of like...
Yeah, catch up. So. But, so I guess, what are we talking about today?
Well, so initially I was just like, we need to do catch everybody up. But then I've been really dealing with some relationships, like couples and stuff. And so I was like, we need to let the people know who we are. Okay.
I'm Jason.
My husband loves water.
I'm sorry.
And he just drank like a gallon in 2 seconds.
Sorry. So...
What?
You gonna let us know who we are? I'm Jason.
No, I think they need to know who we are, what we do. We're more than just a podcast.
Gotcha, okay.
And as I'm interacting with these different couples, I'm just like, I'm kind of get a little frustrated. So.
Gotcha.
So who are we?
Which way? Now I'm saying, which way you want to go? Now,
I don't know which way you're gonna say it.
So we, I'll say so we are.
Who are we?
No,
what do we do? I should say, not who are we.
I would just say like this: we are passionate about helping couples. We're passionate about helping them build a foundation for, not just for the moment, for a long, lifelong journey with their spouse. So. Like she said, we do premarital counseling.
I did not say that.
Nope. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what's like you're burying the lead.
So we do premarital counseling.
That's what's like you're burying the lead. I was like, I didn't say anything. I said, who are we?
So we do.
What do we do?
We do premarital counseling. So
we're marriage coaches.
Marriage coaches. So, and the reason, and part of the reason why we do premarital counseling and marriage coaching together is because this is. For us, this is what we actually want to try to find for us, as being able to have, a couple that can kind of bounce not ideas, but what each person is thinking off one another. And I'll say like that. So some of the clients we had, basically we've been able to, I've been able to say something that reaches the spouse on the other side to understanding my thought process. And makes her relate to something her husband do, and then vice versa on her side. She can say something to the husband, and the husband's like, "Oh, I get what she means now." So he can relate something that my wife says versus vice versa, and that's kind of like for. Why are you looking at me in the face?
Nothing.
What?
Go ahead. Keep talking.
See, I don't.
Keep talking.
Anyway, so that's kind of what, like I said, for us for counseling, we want to be able to give that and help couples with that so they get a different perspective. So it's not to say just one-sided, but so they can actually have a couple speaking to another couple so they can glean things off of us, as well as, throw different things that they may be thinking or that spouse may not understand what they're saying. We can help them elaborate on those things. Okay.
Also, my husband's a long-winded one and I am not. I was like, that was a lot of words.
I know it was.
Okay, I'm just like, it's a lot of words. At the end of the day, it boils down to we're a husband and wife team.
There you go.
Both of us do premarital counseling.
Correct.
At the same time with the same couple. So you'll really find that because it's, you just really find that dynamic when you're looking for premarital counselors. Mm-hmm. Another thing that we really strive to do, which is not typical, is You don't come to us if you just looking to check a box.
Oh, yeah.
Because we trying to get you ready as we possibly can for the journey of marriage, which may mean that y'all might have to postpone that wedding. Okay? It might mean that, hey, actually, we not ready for marriage. We need to get this together and then later on figure out when to get married.
Yeah.
Because marriage ain't easy and it requires work. And if y'all are both not dedicated to doing the work, and that's another thing, it's not just doing the work to get married, it's continuing to do the work even in your marriage. Because like I said, marriage is a journey. It's a marathon. You come in here with your sprint legs, you're not going to make it.
Sprint legs.
With sprint legs, you're not going to make it. That last leg, it's going to take you out. It's going to take you out. The last 200, it's going to take you out of here, okay? So that's the approach that we have. Like, we're not looking to start fights, but we are looking to uncover some stuff. Like, we the superficial stuff, like, oh, y'all in love. We know y'all in love. That's why y'all come. Y'all came because y'all in love. Y'all want to get married. But what is the other stuff underneath there? What is the stuff that y'all haven't shared with each other? What is the stuff that you don't want to lift up the veil and see behind the mask because maybe then she might not like me. Maybe he won't like me. He won't like the real me if I show him all the real me before we get married. I got to get a ring on my finger first, and then I will show them the real me.
It's the baggage. Like we've said it before in probably another episode. Like, we all carry baggage. Some hidden, some you can actually see. Yeah. So those are the things that we want to help them uncover and be able to, I'm not gonna say unload, but unpack that stuff so that they can understand that though you may got baggage with you, you can offload that stuff not onto your spouse, but you can leave that baggage in the past and not hold on to everywhere you're going. So, right,
because you can have baggage, you can be aware of it, but you don't have to carry it around with you in every situation and everything. Like, it's like, I know that's there, but also too, because I know I have that baggage, I know that I need to make sure I'm speaking of a place of health or with healthy intentions instead of just using the excuse of, well, this is just the way that I am.
Yeah, we hear that a lot.
Yeah, well, that's just the way that I am. Okay.
We definitely hear it a lot.
Then be by yourself. Like, anyways, so those are a couple of things that we are. What else are we? What else do we do different? I guess maybe we should just talk about how we do counseling, coaching. I don't know. What do you want?
We ain't got to go into depth, but we can.
Well, I know, not specifics.
Yeah, we can kind of go into it.
I just thought about something. Well, actually, it kind of goes into what we like how we do it, but we also talk about those topics that some other premarital counselors may shy away from. Yeah. And that is sex and money.
Yeah, we talk about
those are two huge things.
Huge components.
And it can be like, oh, do y'all budget? And like, oh no, we're gonna keep separate accounts. Oh, okay, that's fine, but it's more than that. It's your money mindset, your mentality when it comes to money. Do you have a scarcity mindset? Are you used to not having, so you hold, or do you have a giving heart, and therefore you want to give everything out? Like, there's different parameters around money, and you already know sex can be a big can of worms.
With expectations,
unspoken expectations. Yeah. A lot of it's unspoken. And society influence expectations that you want to put on a partner that you are afraid to have a conversation with.
And it's your partner.
But that's the one that you gonna only have relations with for the rest of your life.
But you can't say anything.
But y'all can't talk about it, and y'all can't talk about it in detail because, ew, what?
Like you say, ew.
Because you're like, oh, we can't talk about that. Oh, well, when you gonna talk about it? You can't talk about it before. You can't talk about it during. You can't talk about it afterwards. When you talking?
I'll be asleep. No, I'm kidding.
He's fried. But I'm like, when are you gonna talk about it?
Yeah, no, but that's why it's important that it's talked about and it's not shied away from, because again, a lot of, I mean, even like when I think about ours, you know, we talked about it, but I don't think it was in depth.
No.
It was literally just, it was covering and that was it.
It was, have y'all talked about sex?
No, because no.
The frequency.
That's what it about frequency. And that's what I'm saying. That's why it was just a cover. It wasn't like the full thing.
Okay, so to me that ain't nothing. Have y'all talked about the frequency? Yes, we have. Okay, well, and then we talked about intimacy.
Yeah.
Because intimacy is different than sex.
Correct.
Okay. And so I felt like we spent more time on intimacy than definitely on the actual physical, sex. I was like trying to soften it. I was like, I can't. I got nothing.
Soften it, yeah.
It's been a long day too. So therefore, y'all just get sex. So I felt like we spent more on that, but there were definitely key components of sex that we should have talked about prior to just associated with that.
And that also goes into, like I say, if y'all want to check it out, check out last season episode, our first B-side moment in our marriage. That's part of us not going more detailed into talking about sex. So
so that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because that's something else we explore. Family of origin.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you ask a blanket question like, have y'all talked about the frequency of sex? Where you both can feel satisfied. Which also I'm like, that changes. So anyways, we're not going there today. When you say that, and depending on the way that I was raised, I'm going to answer that a way. And I did.
Yeah.
And he was raised.
Yeah.
His whole family of origin was different. So he answered that his way. Yeah. And that's how we came up with it wasn't even an agreement.
It wasn't an agreement.
It was kind of like an understanding. Anyways, we thought that we had come up with an agreement.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Because my family, we ain't talk about sex.
Yeah.
I mean, I was raised in a purity culture, so therefore we don't talk about sex because you're supposed to wait until you're married. You're supposed to save yourself until marriage. So there's this shame if you have not saved yourself until marriage. Mm-hmm. So there's this shame there and guilt, and then I'm not supposed to know how to do certain things, but I do know, but am I supposed to? Should I try? It's a whole thing, right? So that's all going on in my mind. He got his own stuff going on. We ain't talk about it, and now we supposed to just, we married. Like we know each other. Yeah. We're supposed to be able to satisfy each other, know their wants and all and what they likes. No.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
And that's part of what we do in premarital counseling, even marriage coaching. That's part of it.
Yes, it's the exploring. It's getting extremely curious about honestly your why. Mm-hmm. Why do you want to get married? I love a person. I do love them. Yes, that's great. Definitely need love, but you need like agape love. Like you need unconditional love. Mm-hmm. And that's not what you'll see on TV. No. You're not seeing any examples. So then, therefore, if you have to rely on like real life examples, well, what does that look like? What were your parents? How was their marriage? Were they even married?
Were they affectionate towards one another?
Right. Well, what is affection? What is physical? Like what?
It's deeper than that.
It's so much
deeper than just surface level.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a small component to what, and so that's what we just ask a whole bunch of questions. We start digging. We start uncovering things.
And I'll say this, we don't have like, and I'll say, we don't have a script where everybody comes, we do the same thing. No, we really utilize like active listening and try to hear what they're saying, and then base our sessions based off of that, on what they're telling us, rather than, no, we need to go through this, go through that. No, we're trying to really get to, I'll say, the meat and potatoes of, like my wife said, the why, and we, one of the things we also do is make sure they feel this is an open space to talk. We're not here to be judgmental towards you or towards the couple on anything. We're there to, like I said, give them the tools that they need so they can
support them on their journey.
That's the other,
enhance the skill set that they have. Like, because a lot of couples know, and just a lot of people know what should be done, should be talked about, and sometimes they just don't have the language. They don't have the language. They don't know how. And then the great thing about us, because God is good, is that if we uncover something that requires like individual digging, we also offer therapy services. Okay? So we can take that next step and work with you on the area that, either if it's a trauma or whatever it is that's blocking you, we can work through that as well. So that's why it's not cookie cutter. Now, we do have a standard assessment.
Yeah.
Just so, honestly, it's so because we don't know. Well, also, and you don't know. You don't know what to ask.
Yeah.
Because you ain't been there yet.
Yeah.
So it's like prepping for an interview. So it's just kind of like, oh, I want a job. I want to go on this job interview. I need to research like questions I should ask, more about the company, blah, blah, blah. So when we are getting ready to start, premarital counseling, we need to know like
where you stand.
Where you guys at?
Yeah, where you stand.
Where you stand?
Yeah.
So we start with giving an assessment, but then after that, it is based off of what we've identified, like some areas, and we'll pinpoint that, and we just go in and we start just working through some stuff. So because of that, one of the two questions, usually they're 1 and 2. First of all, it's how long does it take, and what's the cost? Them 2. And that's how I know.
That's why I was laughing beforehand, because I already knew it was coming. I'm
gonna try not to go on a tangent, okay? But
I'll probably piggyback.
I will say this. We've said this before in a podcast. You're trying to get married. If you're saying vows, it's to death do you part. Okay? That's a long time. I plan on being here a while. So, to death do us part. And you want to do like can I get one session? Can we do this all in a week? What is the smallest, shortest, quickest amount of time that I can do premarital counseling?
So my piggyback on this is...
Make that make sense to me.
Understand that we have other clients. We have other jobs. You're going to call us and tell us, can we do this in a week? You didn't ask first of all, you didn't ask how long how many sessions did it, how long is the session? Mind you, we know this, and then you're telling us, can we do this in a week? And it's like, nah, sir, there's no way that I can do that. I don't have the bandwidth to do that.
I don't want to do it.
So, no, but that's, again.
Forget this.
I
don't want to do it.
That's how I'm thinking.
That's why every client is not for us.
Yeah.
We are not for everyone.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying this is going to be a year-long process.
Yeah. No.
Depending on the effort. But I feel like it depends on your effort.
Yeah.
Your commitment to it. Yeah, it's your commitment to it because there's work associated with it, right? Like, we will only be meeting with you for a certain amount of time a week. And that's not enough.
It's not.
So whatever, like if we're giving homework or we're, getting you guys to reflect on some things, like that takes time. And if you're not setting aside that time, like outside of our sessions to truly to go in depth and have these conversations with each other, it's going to take longer.
Yeah.
It's going to take longer. And also too, if you take a crash course, you go to the training courses to get like just work or school wise, and they're like, ooh, boot camps. This is not a boot camp. Premarital counseling is not a boot camp.
Hold on.
What?
It kind of is, but it's not. Okay, I say like this. There's different types of boot camps.
Okay, well.
So like, for instance, so like if you're gonna like a boot camp for something, I'm going like this IT-wise boot camp, right?
Okay.
And then you're talking about like a physical boot camp, like if you go work out, those boot camps are not easy.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like those are, so you go into it, and the expectation for those workout boot camps is not something that's like you come here once and then you're gonna be good. No, the point is to get you physically back fit and in shape.
Okay.
So
I can tell I don't go to those boot camps.
So that's why I'm saying it's a little. It is, but it isn't, because it depends on how you think of what a boot camp is.
That's fair.
So because again, we're giving you the tools so you can be successful in your marriage, but the point is that you have to work it. You have to. You got to continue doing it. It's not just something that you go once. But the boot camps, it's 3-4 times a week. You're going. We're not doing 3-4 times a week.
No, we're not.
But what I'm saying is, you're going back continuously to do this. And that's the whole point with us. Like we want you guys to keep coming back to actually work through this. Because in the end, it's going to be better off for your relationship, your marriage, if you continue to work at it. So that's that's
a different perspective, because I was just like, I'm thinking 3-day boot camps. Like, well, and to be fair, with those boot camps, it definitely is like half a day or a full days. So okay, I can see that anger, that perspective. But I'm just saying it's not quick. It's not like a one-stop shop.
Correct.
As well. Like this is stuff that even now we've been married for 15 years. We still go back to some of those fundamental skills that we learn during a premarital counseling. And it just allows us to better gauge when we're doing our check-in, like to be able to check in with each other and be like, okay, something's off. What's going on? And we're able to I don't know, course correct.
Pivot.
Not really a pivot. Like, it's just we're able to identify the issue and we're able to work it out. So
we're able to fix the tire.
Okay, here we go. I thought we was gonna make it a whole episode without a car analogy.
Hey, I'm just that, but
here we are.
But
guys.
that's how it is.
I'm sorry.
We gotta flatten the tire. We had to pull over. We had to fix it. We had to fix it.
We gotta fix it.
I did say fix it.
You gotta fix that tire.
We gotta fix the tire, and then we can get back on the road and keep driving. It's the same thing. It's a similar concept.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. I walked us right into that one.
You sure did.
My apologies. But also, too, as you can tell, we do like to have fun.
Yeah.
And our sessions are that, too. We will laugh, but we also gonna challenge you. I mean, that's why pay for something and you are just gonna get lip service. No, if I'm going to a restaurant, a high-end restaurant, and I'm paying a lot of money, I want to get my money's worth. And you get that by quality.
Yeah.
'Cause you can go to a buffet. Go to the buffet.
You can get a lot of stuff.
You get a lot of stuff. Try a lot of different things.
You're not really gonna be full because you're gonna keep eating.
I mean, you're gonna be full,
it
but
takes a while though.
You're gonna also probably get sick. Got kids in there playing in there. It's just they're not putting a prime cuts on a buffet. Okay, so it's about quality. We offer quality premarital counseling, and also too, we are Christians, but our premarital counseling isn't Christian premarital counseling. Like, it's premarital counseling, and we get the fundamentals. Now, if you want the biblical scriptures, the backup stuff, we got that. Yeah. That's in our back pocket. We got that.
We got that too.
But we're not going to force it on you if that's not what you want. But we will give you the foundations.
Yeah.
And the skills that you need to make sure you're successful.
Yeah, and and I would say that's the other. I don't say if it's a myth, but you just don't have premarital counseling is not only at
church.
Like
Associated Church.
Yeah, it's not just associated church. You can find premarital counseling outside the church too.
Which why it costs.
Yeah, that's why it costs.
Because you can go to church and be subsidized by the church, or you can put your money where your mouth is. And this is like, I want to do this, and I'm willing to pay for it. Yeah. Just like y'all want to pay for the new J's or whatever your thing is a new purse, a new bag, whatever. Like,
people pay for what they want.
Right. And you're going to pay for it. And that's what it's like. Honestly, premarital counseling with us is cheaper than a divorce. Much cheaper.
Facts. That's facts.
Less stressful. Like, it's less intense. So, anyways.
Just do it.
Right. Honestly, just do it. Because we highly recommend premarital counseling.
Yeah.
We highly recommend premarital counseling. So now you're thinking, oh, well, I'm already too late. Missed that boat. We in this thing.
That's where the marriage coaching comes in.
And that's where marriage coaching comes in.
So
everything we just said for premarital, same thing.
It's the same thing. And I don't know why myth is still in my head. It's a myth. That's still a myth too. It's like, after you get married, you don't need that help. And that's a lot, and I don't want to do it, but it goes back to the car again. I did not walk. No, but I'm saying it goes back to the car again. Okay. Like, you take your car in to get maintenance. You get married, you only do premarital counseling. What are you doing for your marriage?
Yeah.
For maintenance. Are you going to a retreat? But if you go to a retreat, are you engaged? Are you participating? Or are you just sitting there just like
trying to check a box?
It's not about checking a box. It's about doing the work, because even going to retreats, finding a good retreat, or going to a retreat with your spouse and actually actively participating, what that's doing is giving you guys tools, so when you guys leave that place, that you can continue to grow and use those tools to make
it's just refreshers too. Sometimes you just need to go. And also it builds community.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you just want to hang around people who are like you. Yeah. Like, like-minded.
That enjoy being married, hanging with their spouse, talking, laughing.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. So marriage coaching is the same thing. Yeah, we don't go in as hard because, make sure we're talking about these different things. We use the assets more so just to to address any areas that you feel like is a weakness.
Correct.
And that's basically what we do. We'll just tackle those areas and then send you on your way. No.
Send you on your way.
But it's just like, that's what we do. So you have the premarital counseling, which is, I would say the areas are more structured.
Correct.
Like the areas that we hit, because we're trying to provide
a foundation.
Yeah, a foundation, so it covers like it's very generalized. Yeah. But marriage coaching is more personalized and custom to whatever weaknesses are identified within your relationship that we then focus on. So, but it's all there.
Yeah, it's all there. Like I said, it gives. And the way we do it, and I said the way we do it is piecemeal too. So it's not like we one session, this is everything. And
for marriage.
Like no, we don't.
It's the same, yeah.
We kind of piecemeal it, so we're hitting those things and allowing you to work through those things. Those areas that maybe weak, work through those, and then continue to go down that path and hitting those things that are concerns to both of you. And it's not like, we only identify as a concern of the wife. No, we're identifying things that each of you have, so we can actually talk about it and y'all can work through it. So
yes. Last thing, 'cause I know we need to wrap up. Another thing that we don't do is we don't pick sides.
Oh yeah, we don't. Mm-mm.
So I know you probably think that he got all the problems, and I know you probably think she got all the problems. It don't matter. Y'all both got problems.
Y'all won. Y'all both got problems.
Exactly. Y'all both gotta work it out. So it's not gonna work. You can try. It won't work. We don't really pick sides because.
So I say
there's no side to pick.
So one of the I'm gonna say it's my family. My family loves it, but it's annoying to them because I say you'll say something to me, and instead of me thinking about, okay, how can I say this back in a nice way? No, I'll repeat exactly what you say. And then you'd be like, what? Well, that's what you just said. But I didn't mean it. That's what you said. So I'm able to always take those, people will say stuff and I'll say it right back to them in the same way that they said it, so they can see it, it's based like a mirror. I'm saying it and it's bouncing right back to them. And wait, that's not what I meant. So it allows them to stop and say, okay, what I meant to say was blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, fine. Now say that to your spouse. And they go, oh. So the light bulb goes off because they actually see, okay, how I say certain things, it comes off a certain way. So I need to be able to speak in love, not speak in trying to hurt somebody. So.
You don't have anything else?
Oh, okay. I was but yeah, that's one of the things that, I don't say it's a gift, but it's something that, my family, anytime they talk to me, they'd be like, I love you, but why you got to say it to me like that? And I'm like, I didn't say anything different. What do you mean? I said, that's exactly what you told me. So
it's. Cause that's why I don't want to say anything because that gets into communication.
That's
why I'm just
So yeah, but no, again, we wanted to basically share this because I don't think, we both don't think that everybody really understands what we do. Or maybe just think we just do a podcast, though.
And we do a podcast.
Yeah, we do, but the topics that we bring up are the topics that, we've experienced or that, not say guests, but clients, they've actually, people people just DM us. So these are the things that people are asking for. So we're giving you our perspective. We're giving you, some truth. Even when we're talking about biblical stuff, we're giving you truth because it's from the Word. But at the same time, we're also giving you our what we've learned over our marriage, the things that we learned and how we've been able to incorporate it in our marriage. Again, everything may not work for you. But this is for you guys to be able to take these tools and make it work for your marriage.
Right, and that's what it's like. So our podcast is more broad, right? Yeah. It's very broad. When we're doing premarital counseling and marriage coaching, that is direct. So the things that we're working through are things that you have to try, and we have to massage if it's not working.
Correct.
To make it work for you guys. So that's why it's this is yes, if it applies, great. If it works, great.
Analogy
but
again,
stop. But when it doesn't, and then when we do premarital counseling and marriage coaching, if y'all are still missing each other, okay, well then that means we need to work more in that area to fine tune it. So there you go. So there's another analogy.
Yeah, but I'm gonna piggyback off of
this. Oh my God, this is an episode. This is an episôt that never ends.
Because you said it. You just said it perfectly, and I'm just adding. So if you ever gotten a massage before, when you get a massage, they be getting a tough spot. They be like, oh, does that hurt?
Yes.
Okay, let me give a little more attention to that. So they're focusing on that area to basically work through that knot. It's the same thing that we're doing. We're addressing the thing that's important to you and helping you guys massage that thing out. So it doesn't mean that we touch it the first time, it's gone. we may have to come back if it's still there to massage it. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm just thinking about massage. So all right, we can wrap it up now.
We done.
I'm done. No more.
We're done. So this is us. You get it all.
Yeah.
We can't help but to be us. So anyways, so that's all I gotta say. That's it.
Okay. Well,
that's it. I mean, do it.
Yeah.
Premarital counseling, marriage coaching, couples therapy. Do it.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Okay. So, as we do every at the end of every episode, we want you guys to share this with somebody.
Yes.
You know, like it, comment. You know, let us know what your thoughts are. If you guys need marriage counseling, marriage coaching, or therapy,
Check out our website.
Check out our website.
Links in the bio.
Yes, it
or
is.
Show notes. I forget what we were doing. So this was like show notes. I don't know.
Is there anything else?
Nope.
Well, until next time.
Because remember, the real work begins at I do.
Peace.